First up on the bulletin, let's tell you how amidst loud sloganeering by the opposition MPs in the Rajya Sabha, the External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar briefed the House regarding the escalating war in West Asia just a short while back. In fact, he's warned that the conflict has significant implications for Indian security, energy supplies, as well as the diaspora. In fact, Dr. Jaishankar has said that the security situation in the region has deteriorated very sharply, with the conflict now spreading across multiple countries and normal life in many of these areas have been severely disrupted. Well, the minister said that the government is closely monitoring the developments, with Prime Minister Modi personally tracking the situation and multiple ministries coordinating India's response, and emphasized that West Asia is critically important for India. In fact, Dr. Jaishankar has noted that around 1 crore Indians live and work in Gulf countries, while thousands more are in Iran for studies as well as employment. He's highlighted that the government's commitment towards dialogue, peace, de-escalation and stability remains. Even as the minister was speaking, however, you had opposition MPs who staged a walkout after creating a massive ruckus, and they tried to disrupt the External Affairs speech. You can see the visuals of the opposition MPs walking out and protesting outside the parliament as well. In fact, before we get you all the politics which happened while the External Affairs Minister was speaking, let's get you some of the important excerpts of what he said on the floor of the House regarding the West Asia conflict.
Honorable Chairman, sir, while any development that negatively impacts peace and security in the world is deeply troubling, this ongoing conflict is an issue of particular concern for India. We are a neighboring region and understandably have obvious stakes that West Asia remains stable and peaceful. There are almost 1 crore Indian citizens who live and work in the Gulf nations. In Iran too, there are a few thousand Indians who are there for study or for employment. Prime Minister continues to closely monitor emerging developments, and relevant ministries are coordinating to ensure effective responses. Sir, the conflict has continued to intensify and the security situation in the region has deteriorated significantly. We have noted that, in fact, the conflict has spread to other nations with mounting destruction and death. Normal life and economic activities in the entire region are visibly affected and in some cases have come to a halt. We therefore reiterated our call on 3 March for dialogue and diplomacy and spoke up for an early end to the conflict. I am confident, Chairman sir, that the House joins me in expressing our sorrow at the loss of lives.
Well, the region is also very central to India's energy security as well, which is why the huge impact that it has had. With many of India's key oil and gas suppliers located in this region, the External Affairs Minister has confirmed that 2 Indian mariners have been killed in the conflict and one of them remains missing as well. He's also said that the government has already evacuated a large number of Indian nationals from the affected countries, with nearly 67,000 people having already crossed the international borders to return home so far. Well, India has also facilitated the relocation of students from Tehran and helped Indian business persons across into Armenia to return safely. In fact, the External Affairs Minister has said that the Indian embassy in Tehran remains fully operational and on high alert to assist the Indian community.
The region is key to our energy security and includes many important suppliers of oil and gas. Chairman sir, the Gulf is also a major trade partner, accounting for almost $200 billion annually. The House is also aware that in the last decade, there has been significant investment from the region into the Indian economy. Therefore, serious supply chain disruptions and climate of instability that we perceive are serious issues. Furthermore, this includes attacks on merchant shipping, where Indian nationals often constitute a large proportion of the crews. We have sadly already lost 2 Indian mariners and 1 remains missing in such incidents. I know that the House joins me in condoling their deaths. Given the gravity of the situation, the Cabinet Committee of Security, CCS, met on 1 March under the chairmanship of the Honorable Prime Minister. It was briefed on the airstrikes in Iran and the subsequent attacks in several Gulf countries. The CCS was concerned over the safety and security of the Indian community in the region. It also focused on the implications for regional security and for economic and commercial activities. The committee was apprised of difficulties faced by Indian travelers transiting the region and by students appearing for scheduled examinations in these countries.